Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Now I've promised you in the past that this channel would not veer too much from the topic of Knight Rider. It is the Knight Rider Historians YouTube channel. But, you know, a couple months ago we did a really neat video on the whereabouts of the A-Team vans and the Fall Guy trucks, and you guys seem to really like it. So today we're gonna veer from Knight Rider just a little bit and bring you something really, really special. Our good friend and a longtime Knight Rider historian supporter, Joe Caldwell, brought one of his original screen-used TV vehicles to a friend of ours, Ray Kahn, with Stunt Life, or the Northeast Ohio Dukes, as you guys might know them, to get some work done. And this was not just any TV vehicle. This was one of 17 surviving original General Lees from the Dukes of Hazzard. So, you know, I grew up on the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm sure a lot of you guys did as well. And Joe called me up and said he was going to be at Ray's place, which is not too far from me. And I thought, well, I just have to go spend some time with Joe, with Ray, with Pat, with all of the Stunt Life crew, and get to see an original General Lee up close. So it was a ton of fun. While I was there, of course, I brought my camera along and got the owner, Joe, not to be confused with me, to give us a rundown of the car, of the modifications, of the episodes it was used in, of the damage sustained during the series. This General Lee is in 100% as filmed condition. Original paint, original scuffs, original everything. It's truly a time capsule. So I asked Joe, he thought it was a great idea to get this car out there and show you guys exactly what an original General Lee looks like today. So hope you'll join us and enjoy, you know, seeing one of these, one of the most famous TV cars up close. Do me a favor though, if you like this content, hit the subscribe button down below, give us a like, and let us also know in the comments if you want us to continue doing kind of these special one-off non-Knight Rider videos, because you guys help to steer the content on this channel, whether you realize it or not. So I definitely appreciate your feedback. All right, let's go. All right, real quick, before we dig in to all the details on this screen-used General Lee, I want to take a moment to talk to you a little bit about Stunt Life, the Northeast Ohio Dukes. Ray and the group there have just done a fantastic job of keeping the Dukes of Hazzard alive, really, over these decades. Ray has jumped the General Lee at shows so many times over the last 15, 20 years. It's truly amazing. And, you know, when they put on their stunt shows, it literally rivals any, you know, Hollywood production. It's so, so cool. So the next time they have one, I highly encourage you to check it out. They've released a couple different Stunt Life movies, and they're working on raising funding for their third and final Stunt Life movie. It's a trilogy. So I asked them to put together this little promo reel, I guess you could say. And if you guys are interested in helping to donate towards getting this movie of theirs released, again, it's super high quality, amazing stunts, good acting, all that stuff. They would certainly appreciate it, and I believe you can get your name in there as a producer. So check out this little clip that they put together, and then we'll get into the screen use generally. I have a special message to share with you from our friends over at Stunt Life, also known as the Northeast Ohio Dukes. The guys over there, headed up by Raymond, we screw up his last name, Cohen? Just kidding, Ray. Raymond Kahn. They've spent so much of their own time and money to bring you incredible general lease stunts over the last 15 years, along with 2 incredible movies that you guys need to check out. Well, they're working on their 3rd movie now, and they need your help. Here, take a listen.
Hi everyone, my name's Patrick from Stunt Life in the Northeast Ohio Dukes. I'm here to tell you about our 3rd movie that we just completed. It's a 3rd in a trilogy, the first 2 being Stunt Life The Wild Ride with Raymond Kahn and Stunt Life The Bandit Project. Both of these movies, by the way, are available on YouTube to watch for free, but we're going to need your help with the 3rd installment. The 3rd installment is called Stunt Life The Motion Picture. It's fantastic. The stunts are unbelievable. The acting is incredible. Guaranteed you'll enjoy it. But we're going to need your help getting it published. We're asking fans of the 80s TV shows, Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard, Fall Guy, Hardcastle and McCormick, all those shows that we grew up with, and loved. We're going to need some help getting it published. We're looking for small donations. Anything $20 or more will get your name at the end of the credits. So you'll be able to see your name attached to an actual motion picture. So a link to see the trailer for this new movie and for our PayPal will be listed in the description below. Northeast Ohio Dukes and Stunt Life have been providing awesome stunts and awesome content for the past 16 years. Raymond alone has almost 30 jumps under his belt. So make sure you check out the trailer and please help us out. We're planning on many more stunts in the future. We're even possibly working on a Knight Rider jump. We're trying to put something together. It's in the works right now, but you'll possibly see it in the future. Please help us out. Remember, Northeast Ohio Dukes and Stunt Life. Thank you very much.
All right. So what are we looking at here, Joe?
Well, we have one of the original surviving screen-used TV general lease. There was 17 of them. And this is car 28. Of course, the numbers don't go in sequence from 1 to 17, but this is car WGL 28.
So do you know like how many episodes it's been used in?
I don't know how many episodes it's been used in, but I know it was used from seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7. And from what Tom Cemento had talked about with Corey Eubanks, was this is a car that he basically used throughout the time it was in the TV show.
Wow. So you said seasons
4, 5, 6, and 7.
6, and 7.
Right, and it is all original. The original tires are the only thing that are not on it, which I saved them, but I did put a set of used Beef Good Riches. The Winston winners are home and they're all bagged up, but the remaining of the car is all original.
So you were telling me they used, what, 14-inch rims in the front?
Yeah, there's 14 in the front.
And then 15s in the back.
And 15 in the back, yeah. That seems to be what they like to give the car to whatever stance they needed for whatever little stunts they may be doing.
This is so neat. Definitely all original paint?
Yes, all original for being in the Dukes of Hazzard, but the original color of this car was like a burgundy.
So, you were telling me it has, what 40,000 original miles?
This has
or 50,000
58,000 original miles.
58,000.
It's fairly rust-free, actually. I mean, except for the Bondo on the body all over the place. The underneath of this car is exceptionally clean for being such a used and abused generally.
That's so neat. So this would have been the same. Is that that's not an original antenna?
No, that's exactly
what it would.
Yeah, so that's an actual Avanti antenna. The whip is actually in the car. I didn't put it back on yet, but it definitely took it out of the original box and then just put it right over the markings that were already on there from the one that they used in the show.
So when you get under this car, is there a lot of do you see a lot of frame damage and other, indications of it?
Yeah, towards the front of the car has a lot of damage. The oil pan, the K member in the front, of course, all of the body panels and everything in the lower part of the front of the car. The push bar has been cut off and repaired several times.
But it is an original push bar.
It's an original, yeah. And it is welded to the front bumper, which is what they did in most of the TV cars.
Gotcha. So that's the original maroon paint right there, right?
Yeah, that's the original maroon paint.
Underneath a ton of layers of paint. That is so neat. And you were telling me earlier, you can see the original this is a 68?
This is a 68,
right? Because
so
of the round.
You can actually see the round 68 side marker lights, both in the front and back. I've been beginning to think that a lot of the cars from especially surviving cars, that is, majority of them was 68s that they used.
Why do you think that is? That's just what they ran across, right?
I just think what they ran across. Maybe they were a little cheaper than a 69, and then they just, it was cheaper for them just to convert it. I really don't know it to be factual, but I do know that some of the surviving cars are majority of 68.
Did they only use they didn't use any 70s, right? Because the front end changed on the 70s.
It was longer. It was much different. And, so just 68 and 69.
So what? Who from the show has been? I mean, I see you have some signatures here. You have Tom Wopat there, John Schneider on the other side, and I really like how you got their signatures on the door, on the side of the car that they were usually in.
Right. It just shows right away that that they actually saw the car and was a big part of it. Catherine Bach, Daisy signed the car. She sat in it. Excuse me. Cooter has signed it. The sheriffs, not Roscoe, but Cletus, Ninas, and then we have one of the stunt guys has signed it. Paul Baxley Sr.
Okay.
And who else? Basically, that's it so far. I mean, this car was pretty much hidden away since it was released from Warner Brothers in '91. I've got this car about 2 years now. A friend of mine who was one, that had it, promised me that when he did go to sell it, that he would call me first, and that's exactly what Rick did.
That's so neat. Look at that. Look how they welded it.
Yeah, it's not the nicest looking thing, but it was meant
Hollywood,
to work.
Right?
That's Hollywood.
That's what they did.
Yeah, this thing is, if you take pictures from this thing 10, 20 feet away, it shows incredible. And then when you get up closer, you can kind of see all the battle scars.
But that's the way it should be.
Right, exactly.
That's the way it should be.
This car is not going to be fixed or restored or anything. It's just whatever bare maintenance is needed, that's what we do with it.
Yeah.
To keep it going, and to keep it drivable, which it is. You can drive this car. Go anywhere you want with it. And it's here today with Ray.
Yeah, Ray's doing some maintenance
on it, and but we're keeping true to the originality of it. We don't want to, fix or change anything. Right. This is the way it left in 1985.
Can we pop the hood?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, there you can really see the original maroon there. So is this? You'll have to forgive me. Obviously, I'm a Knight Rider guy. Not
sure.
Is this the original drivetrain?
Yeah. So
numbers matching.
I actually checked it because I originally couldn't swear to that, but I did check it. It is the original motor and transmission. The rear, I didn't check it. Ray was actually looking into it to see what it was, and it appears to be. But as you can see, that the burgundy is the original color, but this car has had parts and it's been fixed and repaired, and all kinds of different colored parts are on this car.
So you were telling me a little bit about that area.
So this car was involved in a little bit of an embankment accident, and the frame and everything had to be cut and repaired, and it has some pretty nasty repairs connecting the frame and connecting this part of the radiator support back to the car. It isn't something that we would do or a body shop would do normally, but on the Dukes of Hazzard, I guess they had to have it done within a day or so, and that's what was done.
So this is a replacement. This isn't the hood that came with the car, right? Because isn't that the copper color of the?
Yeah, that's the copper color from a factory from another Charger.
Yeah, which is to be expected.
Just like the pan here, and you can see the radiator support is white. That came from another car.
Yep.
And the list goes on and on. The fender is turquoise originally.
Okay.
We can see some from the chip paint. So it's definitely had its time. Some of the unique features here is a lot. With the TV cars, is the motors were all strapped down. There's all kinds of camera mounts and holes and brackets that are welded all over this car. It just tells the story. It actually runs fairly well.
Did you have to do anything mechanically to it when you got it?
Well, a lot of it was done already by the owner before me. When he got it, obviously didn't run or anything since 1985. He did some stuff, and then I got it, and I did a majority of the stuff now. But just again, very, very you know, very, very minimal. Nothing has been, you know, painted to look pretty. It's all been just made to, you know, repaired and new, and make it drivable and usable. You know.
So tell me about that.
That's the incorrect carburetor, by the way. The
Oh,
original,
okay.
the original carburetor's Tom Cemento, the lead mechanic from Dukes of Hazzard. The first thing he saw besides the snorkel air cleaner, which he definitely agreed was correct, is that the carburetors were 9776s. That is a newer carburetor and stuff like that. But I was able to locate the original carburetor from when it was changed. After many years, the guy still had it. So I had it rebuilt. It's in the trunk. I'm going to have Ray with the spacer that goes in between that and that. We're going to see if we're going to get that put on.
Nice.
And then it'll be back to original.
Awesome.
But it does run beautifully
Yes.
with that carburetor, but we have to keep with the originality of
Absolutely.
it. And, Tom schooled me on what should be there, and that's what we're going to put on there.
Absolutely. So tell me about the bungee strap on the battery.
Yeah, so
why
I,
is that like that?
you know, I first saw that, I thought maybe that was something that the last owner put on there, and he had told me, no, that was on there already. And then when I was talking, it turns out that it was easier than putting the screws and the bolts in the bracket. It was quicker just to undo the bungee strap, change the battery, but also it needed the battery not to hop and then ground out on the bottom of the hood.
Oh, that makes sense.
So they kind of just did that, and that's been on there and the whole time. So unfortunately, it's not something that I would do, but I left it original, and
Absolutely.
and of course the battery's not, but
Well, of course,
the bungee
yes.
strap is, and you know, that's it.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
Let's just take a peek inside here. And so, you know, I've heard stories, and I know they did with the Knight Rider cars, how they would spray bomb the interiors. Is that the case here, or is this an original tan interior? Do you know?
No, this car was originally black interior. It was spray bombed. It sprayed on the windows. They sprayed on the door panels. If you look at the some of the top stuff, the fuzzies are all painted over.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Charger emblems on the door, which would normally be silver or like an aluminum, as you can see, they sprayed over them. They sprayed over some of the door handles.
Look at that.
All
and you
the-
can see all the paint. Is that all the paint peeling off, or is that
Yeah,
just
no,
the-
that's all the paint peeling off from age. I mean, this was done 40 years ago. So, you know, and as you can notice, one thing about the interior that John Schneider mentioned to me when he drove this car recently was that the turn signals on the TV cars were always broken off when they were hopping in the doors, whether it be the actors or the stunt guys, because when they hopped in, they went to put their feet down and they would break the turn signals off. So when he saw that, he goes, right off the bat, that got his attention. And he confirmed with me. Also, the door lock things that come up on here, they were, of course, removed. So
when they slide in.
When they slide in,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they wouldn't rip their back open. But this car is no carpet. All of the carpets were removed.
Oh, yeah.
They were all ripped out. I put mats in there to make it look a little nicer because they're easily, you know, removed. But the original bare floor is the way they use these
Nice.
cars in the TV show.
Did the back seats always have those black inserts like that?
No, this car has a very unique interior in it. And if you've seen the episode of Happy Birthday, General Lee,
Yeah.
you will see that interior is in there.
Okay.
The front seats I do have, they do match, but these seats were put in for a different reason.
Okay.
For a different stunt driver.
Okay.
So, but I do have the other original seats to match the back seats. They're in terrible condition, but I have them.
Very, very cool. I love it. This is the first time. Oh no, the second time I've seen an original generally, but never really up this up close. Wow. Very cool. That's so cool.
So it's this one.
Oh, say yeah, you got one. Sorry.
That good?
Here, Joe. Jason's original.
We got a bowl burned out.
Yeah. Remember when it landed and the trunk opened?
Yeah.
There it is. On one of the episodes, a car does a bunny hop jump.
Yeah.
It lands, the trunk flies open, you see all of this, and you see this.
That is awesome. I love that stuff.
Cody will show you the episode.
That's so cool.
Are the numbers, isn't there supposed to be,
Oh, I would venture to think that this was changed.
what do you think this is in the original quarter?
Oh, that quarter's original, this one's definitely changed.
Oh.
Because you can look, you can see the daylight. Look. You see the wheel well?
Oh yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's not like that. That one is. So these tires are very rare. This company went out of business in the 80s, but this car had all four.
yeah.
All four of them were on it. So I used one as the spare. The Winston Winners.
That's awesome. That is so
I could have
awesome.
left those tires on. They really weren't that bad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
but
have
that's
drove on
something,
them.
right.
I was afraid they would pop.
Well, how many miles do you put on them? You don't really drive this.
So it doesn't look like these rims are etched back here, or are they?
They're etched on the inside.
Those are the inside, those
The
are the
back's on the
outside.
inside, the fronts are on the
Good
outside.
job.
Hey Joe, do you have
Good.
Facebook so I can send
You
you
want
those
more time?
videos?
Yeah, Joe Cole.
Night Rider historians, you can send it to.
Alright, yeah,
Yep.
I wasn't sure if you had like a...
Okay.
That's the one. Yeah, that'd be a good one to send it to.
Okay.
Makes it look like more like.
Yeah. I put a bulb in there. I got the trunk lights to work. When I got it, that didn't work.
Look at that, they never work.
Yeah, I put a bulb in. It was like, see, we got hay stuff.
Most of the time the wire is disconnected underneath.
See that hay? That hay? I didn't vacuum this out of nothing.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it as close
It's
as
solid as a
possible.
rock, this car. I took
Does
this
the
thing
original
out.
trunk mat?
Yeah, this was in there. Solid as a rock. It's all dirt and everything.
Yeah.
I thought you bought that trunk mat. Because the other one was...
Swing this over that.
No, this is the original one. I was trying to buy one in better shape.
Oh,
ripped,
yeah, right.
ripped, broken. I was gonna buy another one, but then I was like, why would I buy another one?
I didn't even know it came with a mat.
Joe, did you ever look at your number here?
Well, it looks kind of red right there. It could be the original one.
I got this to put the moonshine bottles in, but I don't have my moonshine bottles.
You just gotta get those sangria
You gotta
bottles.
get the mason
Look at
jars.
this. Cars, signed
You gotta
cars.
use the mason jars, Joe. Put the
All
chili
the fucking
jars.
shit signed in here. Give that
Are we
to
looking
her.
for hidden studio numbers?
Right.
No, the factory, there's a.
Oh, factory number.
It should be
Yeah.
over here. It should be like I think
serial
it's
number.
a quarter down, like right over here somewhere.
I don't see anything. Yeah, I can't remember whether it's in the channel or.
Here's the original carburetor. I rescued it and I had it all rebuilt.
Nice. That's so cool.
No choke though, so you know what's gonna happen. I have my foot on the gas till it warms up.
Yep.
But Tom Cemento said, if it's not 976, I called the guy, he still had it on the shelf. But then I had my guys rebuild it. My guys rebuilt it.
Look at that. Unbelievable you were able to find that, and
Yeah. He did a beautiful job rebuilding it.
Oh, it looks brand new.
It looked terrible when he first got
looks
it.
brand new.
See, 9776.
That's it.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's a 4, 5.
Read,
Oh yeah, look, it's burgundy.
read the last numbers and you'll know if you match them in.
Beautiful Dixie one.
That would be good. You can see what that panel's doing. Oh, these are the numbers you're talking about? John?
Yeah.
On the wheel. They numbered each
What is
wheel.
it? VE?
Oh, sorry.
Probably Vector.
Oh, the VEL.
There's some at Melody Ranch in I forget what it's in near Los Angeles, but the values they have a bunch of those wheels laying around still, and the doors and
Look in the wheel wells.
what do you call it, the roofs, because they used to build the cars from the season.
That's some dirt.
California mud.
California mud. Are these the original shocks and everything?
Yeah, coilovers. It never came with coilovers.
No.
And they only did 14 by 7.
So
in the rear they did 15 by 8.
that almost, on the Knight Rider cars they did a lot of reinforcement back here, but that doesn't look to be that case.
Well, he put these on. He put those on, he said. And I told him, I says, Joe's
Oh.
car.
Or if it
Yeah.
moved on set.
Yours are on there permanently welded on.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
The front ones are on permanent.
That's a smart idea for the tie downs.
Oh yeah, and the tie downs I took chromoly,
Yeah.
lightweight round tube chromoly. I reach underneath
Different
with the hook.
Yep.
Just hook it.
Yep.
I never even get dirty.
Yep. That's the Knight Rider cars have those, but the studio put them in.
Well, if you look over here,
It's gonna be yours someday.
this
Oh yeah.
Jimmy's generally, it got towed one time, and
Yeah.
the guy he put a hook in there, and the same thing happened. Not quite as severe, but it was starting to pull out.
When you remember,
damage the frame.
the Knight Rider cars are like that too, because they did that in some places also. Maybe before they put the hooks in, but I have that exact same damage.
Yeah, they're pulling them out.
And those are the original.
Didn't they paint the generally green in season 5 too? Right?
I like how you can see the
They did it
floor mat.
I don't remember
Yeah.
Right there.
green again. There's like
It's pretty solid under here.
Yeah.
That is so neat. I love this rear valence and how just contorted it is.
Look at the corners, they don't exist. They're Bondo.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I think
I
that's
love it right here.
they welded the balance up here just together.
That's so neat.
Don't forget, you gotta mount the horn.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta lubricate the hinges for the door.
I used to start. It's like that.
Actually,
It's
right here.
welded. Yeah. they used
This
to
is
do
a
that.
383, the number's not down here. It's not a 440.
No,
Yeah.
383, right? Yeah,
cool.
the number's not down
That's why
here.
it's like
That's why I said
It's up top.
you can tell.
Oh,
It's up top.
underneath the distributor, right?
You can tell this
It's on the flat part of the distributor.
Well, the flat parts are only on the 440.
Okay, I see
You
where
can
you're.
tell this car on videos because it goes wider because it's welded to another push bar right
Oh
here.
yeah, look at that.
Completely different
It's
push
all, they
bar.
did it all the TV cars.
So this was the original push bar,
Yes.
and then it got cut off,
It
and then they
probably
put
got
this one
twisted
on.
up doing something probably
Yeah.
in like season 5 because you can recognize this in season 6. It got a different paint job in season 7 after Happy Birthday General Lee when it got
Yeah.
repainted.
Oh, right,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
tell because in season 6 it had fat 01s. It had a different type of 01. It was like a fat 01,
Okay.
and it went to the narrow 01.
Gotcha.
In season 7, you can tell it had fat 01s.
What's that panel right
This
there?
got the damage after the jump in season 6, Enos's Last Chance, on this push
That's
bar.
the one where the trunk popped open.
Yeah, when it landed in the front end, it got all this damage.
What's this right here?
That just looks like a patch.
Just it's literally they just use sheet metal screws.
Yeah,
Patch that.
it
Okay.
looks like some sort of patch. Mine doesn't even have. I looking at mine, it doesn't even have that.
Interesting.
You can see where the frame was
It's
cut
like-
off.
Yeah, that's what we were just looking at. That's so neat. Oh yeah, just look at this. It goes.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It's all wonky.
I think that's for.
Yeah, because I have a
Oh no, look. There's
It's an
there's
open
is that the same maroon as the rest of the car? Or is that almost
No, that's
red?
brighter.
That's a
Yeah,
brighter
look at
red.
that. Look at the bright green.
Oh, and then bright green. Yeah.
It's a different color green from the
This
other
color
car.
red is the same color red that's on that quarter panel, but that's not the color of the car. The color of the car is burgundy.
So why does it have green and red?
Different colored cars.
But it's this is the same piece.
balance at one time was changed
It was painted.
from another car, and they just threw it on and
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay. All right. Look at all that. Look at that. Overspray right there.
Yep.
That's just.
Look at that. A push bar welded to a push bar.
Yeah, that's what it's like on the other side too.
Yeah.
push ball
Welded to a push bar.
Why not?
Don't bother hacking the original one off. Just weld on top of it.
Why not?
and then welded on the bumper, so it's not going to.
Yeah.
This crossbar was starting to tear. It's supposed to be like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at the hole right there.
They probably kept them around for some reason.
That's an inspection.
Got like number 2.
They were doing a weld job and it got a little funky with it.
How does this thing drive?
It drives good.
Here, can I ask you guys something? You remember Carlo Thrills? You remember when Bo was going up the ramp and he stopped and that cable kept the car from going over the ramp? I wonder if this was that car and that's why that frame is ripped like that.
Maybe they put a hook in it. One of the holes.
I know this car it was used, it was definitely used a lot.
And that's the only
Tom
one on that
told me
side,
this
right?
car was used a lot. He said this car was, you wouldn't believe how much use this car got.
Which
Because
season
it
was the
a
car
good-
going through?
Probably very dependable.
3 and 4, right?
It was 3.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was dependable. That's why the guys like driving it.
You never know. It could have been around then and then.
Oh, maybe
I don't know
not,
if it was
right?
in 3. I never heard that it was
Maybe
in 3.
not.
It could have
I
gotten.
know
Because you see where the
Kind of like on the Night Rider
What's that
cars,
mean?
you've got a
Tom-
emergency brake.
Tommy Sermento was always
And then they
saying
had,
about stretching out the
this car had
cables.
The, line lock.
And this is an adjuster here to tighten and to get rid of the slack out of the parking
okay.
brake cable. So as they're doing the slides and stuff like that,
Yeah, because you can
walking
see
up
the
rear
handle
end,
is bent.
Yeah.
The handle is bent in
Yeah,
on this
I
car.
noticed that.
after doing that so long, this would get so much slack in it. Well,
Oh.
this is what they were using to take the slack.
So that's not factory Mopar. They added that.
They added that.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's actually like, okay, we can't do the
You know
power
this deal
slides
here.
anymore because of the.
Oh yeah, that looks familiar. He'll get you straightened out. Look, another dripping
This is your
transmission
fault,
pan.
Joe.
That's not my
your
fault.
fault, yeah.
Well,
Look,
it's,
look at the ground. It's all over the place.
I guess indirectly that's why this car is
Our
here.
next thing here.
My shift shaft seal is going to be, my collection's going to start growing.
Shift shaft shield.
Shift shaft
Shift shaft.
Shit show seal.
Our
All right, Pat, you gotta put a
Gosh,
cup
can you
on there
imagine
and
if it
start
starts
catching
at
the oil.
So this is original black
I
paint
said, you get together with Tom?
from Happy Birthday General Lee, right?
Yes.
That's what we're looking at here.
Yep.
So whenever they, in Happy Birthday General Lee, it was the first episode of season 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they masked the car off, they painted all black, and that's remnants of that black paint right
And
there.
the orange would have been painted after in season 7.
Where's black paint?
Yeah.
Right here.
It's
Oh, wow.
overspray.
Feel it. It's
That's black, all right?
Yep.
Whole car, look, all
it's
the
when
way
this car went undercover as
All they
in
used
season
was
7.
single stage
All the way
back
around.
then. That's all they used was single
Yep.
stage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
all the way around.
Is that the only evidence of the black paint, or have you found it
I
elsewhere?
Chips, I'm trying to
There's some
remember
right.
on the
That looks like
door.
black paint right here.
The door, that-
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
I don't know. It could just be dirt.
It's so hard to
Yeah, I know. You
or
can't
just
tell.
rust.
Yeah, it's
I
old.
think it was
Did you use
chips.
the drip can?
There could be some
There
overspray.
was a chip in the door that was black and then red on top of it. I don't remember where it was.
There's some maroon.
This is red, this is red.
Yeah,
But on one of these chips, you'll see the
you'll see the black.
But I'm surprised you don't see it here, though. That's the only, unless it's so
Well,
thick
that's
that
black from
it
the
went right
other
back to the, yeah, but it went right back to the burgundy here.
I'm looking to see if
This was probably painted afterwards.
there might be a tiny bit of black there. I don't know.
Little Esbando, huh?
I love it. Love it. Love it.
Embedded mud.
Yep. Overspray. Little
Even
orange
the- Even the
overspray.
seats have overspray.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what you're showing me. Yeah. Very
And all
awesome.
the TV cars had these helpers. Every TV.
Oh really?
Every TV car had helpers like that.
Yeah.
Every single one.
That was just one of the standard. Yeah. And this
Yeah, that's when it landed in the front and then crashed down in the back here.
bent that. So is that some of the black paint showing
I don't know
through,
if that's a rub.
or yeah, or is that on top of the orange
Yeah,
paint?
that might be on top.
We're here.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it is hard to
That
tell.
looks like it's probably, well, if
It does.
damage
It does.
burn through, but
It does feel like it's on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was a spot on here that this I might be.
Yeah. See, you're
See,
getting.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them mask this off.
Yeah.
Right here, and I'm gonna grind this all down. Nothing fancy. And I'm gonna try to leave the lip the way it is.
Yes.
Right. Even this a little bit.
Well, there's black paint right there. Isn't that black? That might be
Yeah.
some original black. Anyways, yes, yeah.
And then
Maybe
just
get
the
that
bubbling out,
treated.
Because I don't want it. Because this is the only side that has this like this.
Do you have the paint code?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I did.
Because I know, aren't they notorious? Yeah, you took
Yeah,
a
million
chip.
different. I took it. It's TNT orange.
It's right inside.
TNT
TNT
orange.
Express. It's called.
You got some curb rash on the rims, which is to be expected.
Do you have a narrow push bar laying around, right?
This one's all full of mud too.
It looks like they sprayed
That's good. That's California mud. And look at that. I mean, that's amazing to me. There's orange overspray right in there. And it's
Yeah.
amazing to me that that orange overspray has survived. Because you think about it, the last time they painted this would have gone out and done all kinds of stunts, yet
Yeah.
and it's on top of all the mud, right?
Yeah.
And it's survived. So neat.
Time was the last wave. Yeah.
Oh, and of course you got the overspray on the door locks and handles. I'm
it's
used
all
to
over.
that. That's the way the Knight Rider cars are.
I think he
Yeah.
said, all right, Charlie, paint it. And you can see the lights in the corner.
Yes. Yeah, we got that. Yeah. Or now, did the 68s have the same marker lights in the front?
Yeah.
The round ones?
Yeah.
Can you see them up
Yeah.
here?
Man, that's Sarmento. Did Tom watch a movie?
Right here.
Right here. Yep.
So they were rectangular?
No, that's a rectangle. So that's a 69.
This is a 69 fender because there's a rectangular indent right there for the marker. Right there.
I'm not sure what this one is. I gotta look. Probably see in here with a light.
Yeah, you can't really.
No, it's round. There it is right here.
Oh, yeah.
That's a different fender then.
So you got a 68 fender, a 69 fender, 60, the original 68 rear quarter, and a replacement rear quarter over here. Okay.
Yeah, because this quarter, was replaced. Look at it. It's all. It's not even connected.
Yeah, yeah, there is a big hole in there. Yeah, it goes right into the
here,
trunk.
Look, it's tack welder right there.
Yep. And Ray pointed out he saw a whole bunch of welds right,
Yeah.
across there.
ass end over.
All right, so that's all we got today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Maybe you learned a little bit of something regarding the Dukes of Hazzard or how the General Lees were modified. As you can see, this car is just fantastic, fantastic time capsule of one of the most famous car-related TV shows of all time. So, as always, thanks so much for watching and hope to join you again soon.